Hello everyone, it's B1 here and welcome back to another guide for New World. Today we're going to be looking back at Arcana, or Arcana as some people politely pointed out, as the recent 1.1 patch has changed the leveling process for this skill entirely. Now I'm not going to make some immature joke about anal bleeding in reference to the leveling process, as it's now a lot easier and you can actually make some gold on the side. So in this method we'll be taking advantage of the cheap alternative materials you can substitute in and the salvage value. Those materials that you need to check your server prices for will be petrified wood, whisper wood, bright scale and shift hide, and with the recent patch these are now more common than ever when gathering, so they have become insanely cheap, and clearly some players just don't know what to do with them. So from levels 1 to 50 you're going to craft iron life staffs which give 276 experience each. The reason we are choosing this item is because they require the cheapest type of motes in life motes, and you can use different tiers of wood to craft these. And then when you salvage them, you get expensive ingots back. To craft these, you need 8 timber, 5 iron ingots, and 4 coarse leather. You also need the 6 life motes, and a lot of these items can be substituted out. The main one being petrified wood. As you can see, I was buying these for 0.02 gold each listed, but they are easily bought for 0.01 gold with buy orders. You can also sub in Fey Iron and Rage Hide if it's cheaper to do so. I've put my server prices on the screen, and as you can see my cost to craft was 4.18 gold, but when you salvage these weapons you get back on average 2.4 iron ingots. That means the salvage value was 1.2 gold, giving a net cost of 2.98 or 92.6 experience per gold coin spent. Now alongside this method, when you salvage these weapons you will also get repair parts. And these can be made into repair kits when you have high enough armouring, weaponsmithing or engineering. If you have level 165 in any of those skills, you can craft the highest tier master repair kits, which are currently selling on my server for just under 100 gold each. From levels 50 to 100 you're going to be making steel life staffs which give 966 experience each. The only change in materials here is the increased tier in wood that you need. Luckily whisper wood can be used, and again it's really cheap. I was buying these up for 0.09 gold listed, but buy orders were coming in at 0.03. The secondary materials that you need are still the same as before, giving me a cost to craft of 4.74 gold. Salvaging these weapons now give back steel ingots, so just over 3 gold worth of steel, giving me a net cost of 1.69 gold or just under 571 experience per gold coin spent. From levels 100 all the way to 200 you're going to be making star metal ice gauntlets. Now the reason for the change here is because the tier 4 alternative materials, bright scale and shift hide, are a lot more common than quillbark, ebonwood or animal horns, and are currently selling for around 1 gold each listed on my server. But check the prices on yours because you might actually be better off crafting star metal life staffs. So as mentioned before, there's going to be a change in materials here, and for this you need tier 4 leather, so bright scale or shift hide, cloth, either linen or shade cloth, and water motes. As you can see for my server, the total cost to craft was just over 14 gold. But this is where this method really comes into its own, in that you now get back star metal ingots when you salvage them. Now these are quite cheap at the moment on my server, around 5 gold each, but they are regularly above 7. And at 5 gold a piece that gives you a salvage value of 12 gold. So a net cost of 2.06 gold for 3,381 experience, which is 1,641 experience per gold coin spent. And there it is, that is now the most cost effective method I have found for levelling Arcana. Unfortunately now with the cost of hyssop and the need to essentially make 2 potions, the previous method has become quite inefficient. But if you level Arcana from 1 to 200, crafting the items that I have suggested, you will receive 10,374 repair parts just from salvaging. And if you can craft these into master repair kits, it's equivalent to just over 3,300 gold. Thanks again everyone for tuning in. We've really enjoyed making these guides for you, and there's lots more to come. If you're finding the content helpful, please consider subscribing as it really helps the channel. We are already working on a number of other guides, so let us know in the comments which one you want to see next. Thanks again, and good night.